Hello. What's going on? Pardon me, folks. How are you? Alrighty. I'm almost ready. Need a bigger van. Probably not. I think if you have more room, then you put more stuff in it, right? How's everybody doing out there? Getting ready to fly the DJI Mini 2 drone. I'm out here on the St. Clair River, on the side of the St. Clair River. Me and my drone and my coffee on the Deal-mobile. Welcome to the Deal-mobile, aka my van. But I do have my personal mobile live streaming unit set up here. I don't drink a lot of coffee, but let me tell you, I enjoy my coffee when I have it. So I'm on the Canadian side, right on the border of the good old US of A. About 800 meters that way is the US of A that I'm looking at. And there's a big ship coming down. I should show you. Let's do that. Let's pull up my marine app. Hope you don't mind the music. Let's see how I do this here. Pretty sure. I go here. Aha, look at that. It's almost here. It'll be here shortly. Let me bring this up to show you. I don't know if that's what it is. So there's my marine app. And there's our ship right there. The American Integrity. And it's in Corunna right now, so we've probably got, oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Disappeared on me. Yeah, there's Stag Island just down this way. Probably about 5 miles. Yeah, I see him there. A little ways. I get my binoculars out. I never use them. So why don't I? I don't know. Why don't I? They got stuff in the way. Yeah, there it comes. There it comes. So we have a ship coming. And it is. We'll tap on that. Let's go to there. It's 304 meters long. So let's see, 120 meters is 400 feet. So 240 would be 800 meters. This thing's a 1,000-footer. Wow. We are in for a treat. Built in 1978. It's a bulk carrier. We'll give us some time and we're going to get We're going to get the drone up here when it gets a little bit closer. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. So hello and welcome to Deals with David. And glad to have you here with me. Do you have a drone? Do you own a drone? Do you fly a drone? Are you thinking about getting a drone? Talk to me in the chat. Tell me what's your experience with the drones. We're going to get up in the air in just a few moments here. In the meantime, I'd appreciate you hovering over and clicking the follow button. I'll be here for the next hour-ish and flying the drone. The DJI Mini 2 Fly More Combo, which I love this thing. If I could fly it every day, I would. There's the controller, and I'm using an iPhone XR. You can use an iPhone 6 Plus or an iPhone 7. It all depends on your comfortability. But I like this big screen, and it's good processor in it, right? Just keeping an eye on this American Integrity coming along. The joysticks that are in here unscrew and just fit into the bottom, right? And cinematic mode, which is slow motion movie mode. Normal mode, just normal mode. And then sport mode, which is really fast. I don't use the sport mode a lot because it's not as accurate and it kills the battery a lot quicker. But there are times you need to do that. It's got built-in return to home. You'll see shortly the map and the GPS that all works really well with this. On the back, some controls as well for taking pictures and starting and stopping video. And this thumb wheel right here is for the gimbal, the camera gimbal here on the DJI. This will go down 90 degrees and then it'll go 20 degrees up above eye level. 20 degrees up above eye level. Weighs 249 grams. A little bit less than that, actually. And what's great about that is that, at least here in Canada, and I know in the United States it's very similar, changing a little bit, you don't have to register the drone. And you don't have to have a license to fly it. Now, that being said, I went and got my license. I studied for a couple of weeks and studied lots and got my license because it's a hobby to me. And what are hobbies for? They're for learning, right? And there were some questions in the beginning. I was like, why would I need to know that? I'm not an air pilot. But then as I got through and connected the dots, I really appreciated going through it. And I got my basic. There's an advanced as well. Check your local legal listings. Varies country to country, province to province, state to state, and all that stuff. I don't recommend flying without a license. Simply because it says you should have a license, and for many reasons, it's important to follow the rules and the guidelines, right? So, DJI Mini 2, this I've got it set to record in 1080p, 30 frames per second, but it will record in 4K at 30 frames per second. It'll do 1080p at 60 frames per second. I challenge you to really notice the difference just looking at it, right? It's like when you go into the TV store. I got this one's a 4K and this one's 1080p, and they're side by side. Of course, you can tell the difference because your eye has something to compare it to. I'd be really hard pressed for you to tell me, looking at one, that's 4K or 1080p. The other thing is, it's a lot easier to edit 1080p video than 4K. 4K needs a lot more processing power on your computer, and if you're putting videos on Facebook, you can't do more than 1080p anyway. So, my son, he would debate with me strongly against different. Anyway, that's another show. So I hope you'll take the time, though, to give me a follow as we're getting ready to put the DJI Mini 2 up in the air. The ship's still a bit of ways. I could fly up right now and fly over to it and zoom in. You can fly 10 kilometers. You can get, sorry, I should rephrase that, up to 10 kilometers video transmission. Depends, your surroundings, and you're around a lot of buildings or electrical, cellular towers, all that stuff. But what's great about it is it has what's called OcuSync technology. DJI created. And basically what it does, the DJI Mavic Mini, which was the predecessor to the Mini 2, it used Wi-Fi technology, as does the Mini 2. The difference is, on the Mavic Mini, it would lock in on one frequency, the strongest frequency at takeoff, and it would stay on that frequency. So if you flew away and you got a weak signal on that Wi-Fi, that's when you lost video transmission. You didn't lose signal transmission, video transmission. And if you lost all transmissions, the drone would fly back to your return to home site. DJI Mini 2, what it does, it scans all, I think it's like 11 frequent Wi-Fi frequencies, 11 channels, if you will. It scans them all. It finds the strongest signal, locks on it, continues scanning, and it finds the second strongest signal. So now when you take off, you've got the strongest signal. But if you get over there and you get interference and that signal's not as strong anymore, it's constantly scanning all the Wi-Fi channels. It always locks on the strongest signal. And that's why you get better reliability, better video transmission reliability, and hence giving you that further distance as well. And boasting 10 kilometers. Now, I've not flown 10 kilometers. I don't intend to fly 10 kilometers away. I'm using it for recreational purposes, some commercial purposes. But for the most part, I don't need to fly that far away. And there are laws, at least in my part of town, there's something called VLOS, VLOS, which stands for Visual Line of Sight, which means you have to be able to see the drone. You take it from there. We're probably a couple of minutes away. It's coming pretty close. Now, I could fly out to where this ship is right now. But in order to fly there, I would use all this battery power. And it's coming our way. So in order to save battery power, I'm going to let it get a little closer to us. And then I'll fly it up in the air. We'll get up in the air and we'll take a look. Now, the Flymore combo comes with 3 batteries. And on a calm day like today, which the winds are about 5-6 kilometers an hour, you can fly 31 minutes. Now, I don't fly 31 minutes. It usually gets down to 20%, and then it starts beeping at me. So I fly about 20-25 minutes, and believe me, you can get a lot in 20 minutes of flying if you're in the right location. Now, what it's doing right now, I don't know how well you can see the lights there. So these 2 are full, and then this one is charging. Now, if this middle one wasn't as full, what it does, it scans all 3 batteries, and it finds the one that is closest to being fully charged, and it charges that one first. And think about that. It's focusing on the one that's closest to being fully charged. So that way, if you're up and flying in the air, you're always going to have a battery that's closest to being fully charged. So it makes sense. It does not charge all 3 at the same time. Now, if you look in the carousel, you will see there is a product in there that will do that. Let's see. There it is. The Hanatora 6-in-1. Excuse me. So this will, and this only works for the DJI Mini 2. It does not work for the Mavic Mini. We're going to get up in just a sec. He's moving pretty good. It'll charge 4 DJI Mini 2 batteries all at the same time, and it will charge your controller and a phone. So 6 devices all at once. Now that takes a lot more power to do that. So for example here, if I'm mobile and I'm not running my vehicle, I'm running a hub and a router, I can probably sit here for 3-4 hours and not kill my battery. But if I was using more of that charging power, I might kill my battery on my vehicle if I'm not running it at all, right? So there you go. So welcome to Deals with David, and please say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Do you own a drone? Are you interested in buying a drone? I am going to get up here in just a momento. Some other boats out there as well. I came out here last night with my wife Jennifer, and I didn't go live. I almost wish I'd had. Same spot, and there were two ships passing in the night. We caught the sunset, and it was just really, really cool. And we caught the two ships passing by each other, so got some incredible footage there as well. And yeah, probably about 2 minutes we'll get up in the air. I wanted to get live. I wanted to, give it time for people to show up, and wanted to talk a little bit about the controller and everything. And I will show you. Here's the carry bag that you get with it. It's weatherproof. I say weatherproof. It's very water resistant. It's designed really well, sewn really well. I mean, I don't recommend sinking it underwater, but I ride my motorcycle. I can carry this over my side, and I've had it rain on me, and it trickles the water off really well. There's lots of room in here. This is for the protector of the gimbal camera, and this is the propeller protector as well, which the previous did not have. There's an extra pocket in the top here as well. I've got some extra cables. I've got USB, and if I wanted to transfer files onto my iPhone, that sort of stuff, extra cables. So really well designed. Folds up nicely. Another side pocket over here, which is where I keep my license, just in case somebody says, hey, you can't do that. It's like flashing a badge. Wow, this thing is huge. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna get my screen share going here. We can stop the screen share here. Let's highlight that again. Do-do-do-do. Hope you don't mind the music. Whoops. Stop. Start that up. We're almost there, folks. All right. Let's get this outside. Always turn the controller on first. And then we'll turn on the Mini 2. I'm going to just set it out front here. All right. The American Integrity on its way. Now you can see what it's doing here. It's scanning right now for satellites. Pardon me while I clear my throat. Scanning right now for satellites. It wants to get good signals. And then it'll find us on the GPS and tell us that it's found.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
There's our map setting. So the home point has been located on the GPS. And let's get rid of this, shall we? All right. Yeah, he's coming along good now. It's almost like he's sped up. So we'll take off. Here we go.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay. Now we're currently in photo mode, but I'm going to switch over. And we'll get things started underway here. And away we go. Up, up, and away. We can get up to 120 meters in height. There she be. Isn't that something? This is going to be beautiful. The American Integrity is the name of this ship. I'm going to switch this around, actually. Let's go with that. Look at this. This thing is huge. Come over this way a bit. I'm going to get way up. You don't want to block their view. They don't like that. But if we get way up here, wow. We'll just kind of stop right there. And we'll let this thing come by us on its own. Isn't that something? We're going to come around here and try to catch a side view. Look at that. Beautiful. What a beautiful day. Still only at 90% left to go. Perfect day for me is riding my motorcycle, which I get to do later, flying the drone, and going live on Amazon. We get around, we'll give you kind of a rear view. If you're enjoying this, please let me know in the chat. Let me come down. A little bit different angle here. And we'll go around here and we'll get another view. Isn't this gorgeous? Yep, one of my favorite things to do. And we're able to go a little faster than him. We can catch up. Just to give you a nice shot of the American Integrity, this is called. Yep, I do. It's right in front of me out here. Right out in front of me. You're absolutely right. Stop there. Just let it go by us. I'm here on the St. Clair River and right on the border of the good old US of A. And it just passed right in front of us. There we are. The other thing with line of sight is I don't have to have my eye on it the whole time. I have to be able to look up where it's at and go, oh, there it is. Does that make sense? There you go. Just give you a view of what we're looking at. And let's just turn around real quick, make you a little dizzy. There he goes. Stop. Take a picture or two. Yeah, let's fly over there. Should have got a side shot when I had the chance. Oh, go this way. Let me make you guys dizzy. Speed up a bit to catch up to it. There we go. Now our signal is having some trouble, but that's the video transmission. We're still in a good spot. We've got 21 satellites directing us right now, so we're still doing pretty good. So I'm just going to get past it. And we'll position and let it come into the shot. Just wait there. And ching, ching, back out, and alright, we have a weak signal, so we're going to make our way back. Let's zoom in on this guy. Tree's a little bit in my way, but we're okay. Switch back. There we go. Now, if I pull up the map here, you can see we're GPSed, and there's that red line. The blue line tells us where we went, and the red line will bring us right home. I can actually open this all up and it'll just switch. Right? And it's still recording the video side of things. Right? Pretty sweet. And you can actually change we want a satellite view, right? That's our satellite view. Or we can have mixed, which over water isn't a really big difference. All right, switch it up. We're heading in the right direction. I've been looking into getting the Mini 2 and I've been doing some research, so thank you for the clarification. Oh, you're welcome. If you're looking to get into drone flying and it's your first one, I swear by the DJI products. Get the Mini 2. You don't have to have a license for it or register the drone depending on your area. And then you at least have, without a huge investment, time to figure out if you're even going to enjoy it, right? Some people go, oh, I want to fly the drone, that'd be cool. And then they get it and they're like, eh. I fly my drone almost every day. I'm not saying you have to do that, but for the price of $5.99 for 3 batteries, the charger, everything, extra props, I'd be hard pressed to find a better one at this price, honestly, for all the features it does. Now, some people are saying, "Oh, does it have follow me?" It does not have follow me built into it, where you just tap on me and go for a walk. That being said, it does have some. It's hard for me to demonstrate here, but it does have some what's called quick shots. So they're built in, pick the target and it'll orbit around it or fly back away or straight up and does some pretty cool things. There are third-party apps that you can get to do the follow me with DJI. Why doesn't it have that? I don't know the answer 100%, but the major discussions I've had have basically said, so this drone only has sensors on the bottom of the drone, which when I bring it in here, I'll show you. So that if it gets too low to something below it, it comes above it. It doesn't have sensors around it, so there's no avoidance on it. So if you had follow me and you're going for a walk and it sees the lighthouse like I got over here, it could run into it. That's kind of been the justification for it. I had the Mavic Mini before this. This handles wind better stabilization. 4K camera. I don't use the 4K just because it's harder to edit, and I upload a lot. You can on YouTube, but 1080p is plenty. Unless you're my son and he tells me otherwise. So there's a nice shot for picture. So let's stop that there. Let's take a shot of that and zoom in here. If you can get me under the tree there. Oh, I'm under the tree. So you can't get me there. But we can do this. Let's get a nice. Yeah, this is really pretty. And look at this. We're still like 47% left. When it gets down to 20, it'll start beeping. Yeah, you're welcome for the clarification. Don't quote me though. I'm not a lawyer. I'm going by what in my country. I'm in Canada, but the laws are very similar. And I come out to this spot all the time, and every time I come out, I'm like, oh, I never really noticed that angle before. Let's take a picture of that. Right? I could actually go a little further here. Now, the other thing, I can show you this. Well, actually, I want to get a little closer to home. There. Down in the bottom here, so it's in auto mode right now, but I can go in pro mode where I can actually control the shutter speeds, right? If I want to brighten things up, but typically out there it's really dark, right? Like I can go darker, right about 1000. So I got the ISO, all this stuff, right? But I'll tell you, it's pretty darn good in auto mode. What else we got here? You can go JPEG or JPEG RAW, which is a little more for more editing. I still got 105 gigabyte storage left, so I got all kinds of room. Shutter speed, format, what's this here? Right? I can change all kinds of settings in pro mode. But I find auto mode, if I want to adjust that, it adjusts to the light accordingly, right? It's hard to notice live on live, but now, sort of thing I was going to show you. Yeah, these are the drone different shots. Now we could, let's do a panel. Let's do a panel, actually. I'm going to do a sphere panel. Watch this. It's going to take about 20 shots here. And when it's all done, it'll look like a globe of a picture. All by itself. And that's all done now. If I go back, I can go in here. Let's go quickly into the album. Yep, I can do all this while we're flying. And there it is. Oh, it's got to download it. Let's wait till we get back here. Go fly. Okay. Now I'm actually going to get out of there. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Just going to go back to video. And we'll just start things up again. Don't need to go higher. I need to come closer to home. Just right above me here now. I'm going to go out over here. And I'm going to turn it around. And there we are. There we are. Clouds in my way. And we just come straight down. I can speed that up. Come down quicker. There we go. Don't want to scare anybody. So we'll just... Whoa. Hi there. That's us right there. I'm going to go out. Right. Sure. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, stop that there. Switch over. Let's take a picture of ourselves. Yeah, I'm going to just come out here for a safe landing. There we go. What do you know? So, come in for landing. Turn it off. I know sometimes people want to get set up and they're like, I'm going to turn it on so I'm ready to go fly. I don't recommend that. Just sitting there doing nothing, the battery can get hot. Ronald, thank you so much for following, and you're from Texas. Right on. Ring, 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 ring. Oh yeah, George, that's what I do. I don't have sound effects here with me. So when somebody falls, ding, 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 ding. I don't know. Is that something I'm supposed to do? Ronald, thanks so much. Whereabouts in Texas are you? My father and my stepmother used to go to a resort down in can't remember. That's terrible. If you said a name, I'd probably Donna. I want to say Donna, Texas. Ring, ring, ring. Thank you so much for the follow. George, you're already following, aren't you? I just know you are. Ring, ring, ring. Or are you trying to get my attention? So yes, the battery's just sitting there doing nothing. They will get a little warm. It's nothing to be like. You're not going to blow up the drone or anything. It will shut down if it overheats. But electronics doesn't like any more heat than it has to have, right? So we have heat sinks, etc. So it only takes a minute to turn the drone on and get up in the air. So when you're done doing your flight, turn it off, even if the battery's still fairly full, right? And there are some things you should know about discharging your battery, etc. I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm in Canada, so one of the guys that I follow on YouTube is Don Joyce or Don Drones On, and also in guys in New Jersey. His name's Rick from Drone Valley on YouTube. I love Rick's awesome. George, you started following too. Cleburne, Texas yourself. Oh, Brownsville. Okay, nice. Actually, Brownsville. Yeah, I want to say that's kind of where that resort was. And then, is there somewhere around Brownsville called Donna? Would have like a fifth wheel resort. Thank you both so much for the follow. Um, I'll tell you what's great about you following is you're going to get notified when I go live, which is it was 4 days a week. It's going to be 5 days a week now, twice a day. This is my second broadcast today. And I'm trying to reach 2,000 followers by September 1st. I think you guys just put me at 201. So I've got a ways to go, but if you don't set goals, you never achieve them, right? So when I get close to 2,000 followers, I'll be making an announcement of a big giveaway. I don't know what it is yet. When I get closer, I'll have a few ideas, and then we'll have a large giveaway. So thank you so much. Yeah, Donna. Donna is a city in the RGV about 40 minutes. Yeah, okay, so that's where it is then. Because I know they always mention Brownsville. My dad's passed now, but this was a few years ago now. Yeah, Brownsville and Donna. And then you're not far from Mexico then, am I right? I'm Canadian, so I failed geography, but I think I got that right. So let's go take a look now at what we just took. I think, there we go. Where is the panel that I did? Oh, I have to download it, that's why. So here's what it does, is it saves everything on the SD card. I've got a 128 gigabyte SD card in the drone. And it also saves it not on the phone, but in the app itself, if that makes sense. So I can actually go and open these up. Right, here's the pictures that we just took. Look how beautiful it is. Now, down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's something. I don't know if you can see that. It's an enhancer. So that's the original image. And just by that, just beautifies things. All done on the DJI Mini 2. And here's some of our flight. Actually, let's go back. Pretty warm where you guys are right now then. On the border of Mexico, yeah. Cool. There's a nice shot. Now here's the flight we just did. This is one of my favorite spots to fly because there's not a lot of people around. Um, there's boaters and stuff. There's a launch right here, so depending on the weather. But nobody really bothers you here. But one thing I will say about drones, sometimes people don't, not all people really like drones. And I get it. They think they're intrusive, privacy, all that stuff. Um, they're only intrusive if you're flying and zooming in somebody's bedroom window or flying over their house and zooming in while they're sunbathing. You see what I'm saying? But to just fly around, and so there is some responsibility attached to flying a drone. Hence why for most drones you have to have a license. And because this weighs under 250 grams, you don't have to have a license. You don't have to register the drone, at least where I live. You check where you live. I know it's similar in the United States, but I see that changing. I think in the States right now, the FFA just come up with something like no matter what drone you have to take a little quiz, but it's like really simple quiz. Like if you fly this way and the wind's blowing this way, right? But anyway, you can check that out. The FFA in the States, I believe. They are high definition shots, right? And it's only about 7 kilometer winds here today, but I've had her flying in like 25 kilometer winds. Now she works really, really hard, but things still come out stable. But the harder it has to work, the quicker the battery dies. So on a 25 kilometer wind day, you're only flying about 10 minutes. So one of the tips I will give you is when you're flying, if you can, fly away into the wind when you fly away. Fly into the wind when you fly away. Here's why. When your battery's getting low and if you're far away and you need to get back, now the wind's behind you and it doesn't have to work as hard to get back. If you're down to 20% and it's beeping at you, which is really super annoying, it's going to keep beeping at you for one, and it's going to work, and that battery level is going to come down quicker because you're flying hard into the wind. If you fly into the wind when you go out and have the wind behind you when you come back, it doesn't have to work as hard. Does that make sense? So it's things like that. Even though like I didn't have to get a license for this, I went and studied and got my license from Transport Canada. Now it's a little tricky over here to get your license because there's no book, there's no manual that says study this book, take the test. They don't have that, and I'm not sure what it's like in the States, but I don't think they have that either. But over here, a gentleman, Don Drones On, or Don Joyce, he has all the videos laid out on what to do. He doesn't give you the answers, but he's a really good guide for that. And then Drone Valley, I think he's out of New Jersey. Rick on Drone Valley on YouTube. Two guys that I watch. There's Drone X Factor. He's pretty good. But those are two that I loyally watch. And you can see like how beautiful. That's 1080p at 30 frames per second. Yeah, love it. It's like therapy, especially when I'm flying over the water like this. Water's so calm, especially on a day like today. It's so beautiful. Where I live, we're surrounded by all this water. That's the U.S. of A. right there. That's Port Huron, Michigan. Well, that's not Port Huron. We're probably at, but that's the United States right there that we're looking at. That would be, I can tell you. And I have something called the Marine Traffic app. Because we have ships go by under our blue water bridges. If you Google blue water bridges, all the time. So let's see. So it's gone down there now, but we are like this is St. Clair, Michigan. Yeah, St. Clair, Michigan. Right there. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty fortunate where I live. Very fortunate where I live, actually. Just checking to see if there's more ships coming. I don't think so at this point. But again, as you're watching, you can see this is the replay and just how beautiful where we are and just what incredible shots it does. I'm going to go here near me and see if we can find... Oh, Sam Loud. Oh, wait a minute. 1.62 nautical miles. We might have another one coming here. Position. Oh, it's coming down this way, I do believe. So we'll get another chance to get up. It is Oakdale. There's Avenue there. Where's this? Oh yeah, it should be coming right up here. We'll keep an eye on that. We're going to get up again, which is wonderful. Okay, so that one should be very close to it. Oh, there it is. Okay, new battery. New battery. I'm like a kid. I get to fly again. I get to fly again. It's true. We got some time here. Catch him. Catch him as he comes right by us. It's going to come right in front of us here. We could fly over to him, but we're just going to do things proper. Yes, and this is the... Who is this again? Let's do this near me thing. American Integrity. Oh, Sam Loud. Okay. Yep. Sam Loud. He's coming from Toledo, Ohio. He's 193. She's 193 meters, so that's like 400, about 500 feet. So not quite as big as the last one. Maybe a couple minutes and they'll be right here in front of us, which is cool. Oh, there's even more coming. Oh, Goma Sue. She's coming. We might get a few here, which is cool. We're already an hour in, but that's okay. I don't got to be anywhere, do you? Hey, for those of you just joining me, thanks so much for being here. This is Deals with David. I'm live from the Deal Mobile, aka my van, my mobile live streaming unit. And you can help me reach my goal of 2,000 followers that I'm trying to hit by September 1st. So the Sam Loud. L-A-U-D? Is that loud? Is that loud or soft? Loud or quiet? Where did you guys go? There we go. Motorcycles going by. I'll be doing that in a couple hours. All right, we can about get ready. Just set our controller here. We've got our guy all set. He's going about 10 knots. Okay, here we go. All right. Give it a minute to search the satellites. Takeoff permitted. It's almost right in front of us here, so I'm just going to give it another moment. In the meantime, say hello in the chat, will you? Will you? This is the DJI Mini 2 Flymore combo that I'm sharing right now. And this is the Sam Lau. This is only about 500 feet. But we can take off. So let's do it.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay, check it on the map. Switch to video mode. And let's go say hello to Sam Loud. Yeah, we'll adjust here and it'll adjust lighting automatically for us. I'm going to stop right there just for a second. I want to get a picture. I didn't get pictures last time the way I wanted to. It's coming through pretty good here. Okay, switch back to video. And away we go. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to zoom in here. Look at that, eh? And that's just zooming in. I'm not getting any closer. He's going pretty good. Right in front of us there. Yeah, we're going to go over here. Let's get way up here. Don't want to bug them. Always respectful. Isn't this lovely? We can get off to the side of them. Oh. Because we're zoomed in pretty good. just right over here. We're 400 feet up in the air, so we're not bothering him. We're not in his line of sight. I talked to some of the captains of the ships, and they're like, just don't get in my line of sight, and we're all good. Right? I really get focused on here because I just want to do some nice shots and also respect the ships. We're zoomed in a little bit, so there's. I'll stop real quick. I want to switch. Get another picture. That zoomed in pretty good there. Let's see if I can adjust and get them right all in the shot there. Look at this. Just like that. There we go. And snapshot, just like that. There she goes. That was pretty fun. Alright. Let's call that a day. I'm actually going to come back. Stop that. Switch. Let's see where I'm at here. Oh, okay. Let's get out here. Just want to get another nice long shot. And we're still at 73%, so we've got lots we could keep going, but you can see how much you can get done in a very little amount of time, right? Need to get a little closer. I'm losing a little bit of video signal, but there's a nice shot. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me know if you're enjoying this just by saying hello in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. There we go. All right. Now we're going to open up the map and we're going to turn around just like that and make our way home. Where are we? Here we are. The GPS is fantastic on here. You know, if you lose your bearings, so to speak, and if you do happen to lose visual line of sight, which does happen, it helps you get your bearings. Beautiful day for flying. About 5-6 kilometer winds. No real gusts. Sun's lighting's about right. Just fantastic. It's therapy for me. Especially look at all this water. How clear it is. It's just where I live. Outside of where I live, this is Courtwright, Ontario. I live in Sarnia, which is about 15 minutes from here. Beautiful drive out what we call River Road. And there we are, coming back home. There's 65% left to go. We did all of that right in just minutes. And we will get home safe and sound. Where are we? Hello. Hello. Start coming down. Ooh, whoops. Too carried away, David. Make sure I'm not landing on some trees. Still a ways up. Right there. Here we go. Here we are. Right in front of us. And we'll land. We're good to land there.
Landing.
And I'll be right back. Right? Who's the little fella right there? Yes, I took you right into the chin. Yes, you are. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm silly. Turn it off. Right? I'm actually going to take out this battery because I've got a full one here and it's charging the other ones. But I always like to have a full battery so that if for some reason it's like, oh, I need to pull over and get that up in the air right now and fly, then I can with a full battery. It's just a routine habit that I make. Right? And we're all shut down. So now I'm going to fold things up. Watch this magic happen. Right like that. Oh yeah, DJI did a really great job of designing this. And we'll put the little guy away. Let's get our... Always just careful with the propellers. Right? Always put these back on. They give them to you for a reason. Keeps things clean. Not banging onto something by accident, right? Propeller protector. I put it on every single time. I know some people, like, they're like, okay, well, if I'm at this location and then I'm going to be going to another location, I don't put it on every time. You got to be careful how you put it in the bag if you do that. I just put it on. I just put it on every time because we do drop things, right? Like I just did. And it only takes. I get it. You want to get up in the air quick sometimes, but for the most part, you're planning your flights, and it's not that much of a pain. It just takes a little getting used to. There we go. See? Now it's all protected properly. If I didn't have that on, you could see where it might catch on the inside flap there. Okay. So we got that. Now we can go through. Can actually, what's nice is, whoops. So I'm going to disconnect. I'm just going to go RC not connected. That's right. And we can pack this up. Oh, turn it screw. There you go. And it goes away. Just nice. Now I've got this still charging from a spare battery, power out battery, but I'm just going to leave it there to do that. Because in the meantime, let's go take a look at what we did. Right? Let's go take a look at what we did. Go into the album here. Now, if I had the drone still on, I could actually download from the SD card right onto this phone. What I usually do is I get home, I download everything onto the computer, and then I post pictures on my Facebook, my Instagram, and then I edit the video, and then I repost that up to YouTube, right? So, but again, oh, it hasn't downloaded it yet. Let's go here. Or it might not right now. There we go. No, it hasn't yet. Here's from yesterday, though. Look at this. Look at that sunset. Isn't that amazing? Do you have sunsets like that where you live? Tell me about your sunsets in the comments, in the chat. Just beautiful. And this was flight. Where is it? That was for some other ships yesterday. There we go. That was one of the ships that we. Did I catch up? Oh, that was coming back. After it went away, look at that sky. How cool is that? All done with a DJI Mini 2. All done with a DJI Mini 2. It's 4 o'clock. Do you know what your children are watching? Do you remember that? Look at that. Just lovely. Just lovely. Two ships passing in the night. I forget which one this is called. Oklahoma Harvester. All right, we did all the way around there. All right. I want to show you. There are two ships passing in the night. Oklahoma Harvester and I forget the name of the other one. Let's see if I can find it on here. Oh, where is it? Sucks when I can't remember the name of the ship. Whoops. Irida. Irda. Something like that. Sorry if I just made you dizzy there. One of my favorite things to do. Oh, David. Just spoiled it again. Let's get up there. There we go. It's got cranes on it. Right, I should pull that up and have a look. There we go. Yeah, it's a bulk carrier. And 200 meters in length, so it's like about 500 feet. Cool. Boy. Near me. Sam Algoma Sue's coming too. It's like 8 nautical miles. Position. Where are we? Marine City Boat Launch. It's Fawn Island. We could wait. Could wait a little bit. That would be 3 that we caught today. What fun is that? Just the technology that is with the DJI Mini 2 is just so reliable. And I mean, just look at the quality that you're getting. And for the price, I challenge you to find me something better. I really do. I really do. I don't know. Should we wait for the next ship? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you want to see another one? The Algoma Sue is 225 meters. Let's see. 225 meters. Whoops. There you go. Let's see where he's at now. Position. It's Fawn Island. Let's maybe. We're a ways yet. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Maybe. I will give it a few more minutes and see. Do I wait? What do you think? Do I wait? What do you guys want me to do? You want to see another one? Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit before it gets to us here. Yeah, it's going to be. Josephine, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you coming by here. And if you've been here for a little bit, I hope you're enjoying the drone videos. Unfortunately, I got to get going. It's motorcycle time. And I wish I could live stream on the motorcycle, but that just wouldn't be safe, right? But we got 2 ships in today of the DJI Mini 2. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you'll come back. Until then, stay safe and happy shopping, everybody.